Now that you have a sense of what teaching as research is, it's time to start thinking about questions or problems that you might want to explore in your own teaching. Trina, how do you go about finding interesting TAR questions?
Well, I look at concepts or learning goals that my students really struggle with. Sometimes it's because they come to me with misconceptions that they've acquired in courses before mine. Other times it's just a difficult concept that's hard for them to grasp. For instance, evolution is one that really fits both categories. So my TAR question in this case might become, how can I help my students better understand evolution? If I want to reframe that into a hypothesis to test, to really take it to this level of a research project, I might say, problem-based learning helps my students understand evolution better than passive lecturing. Then I can actually set out to test that hypothesis and that specific strategy that I could use to help my students achieve their learning gains.
Interesting. Okay, I think I tend to come at it from a slightly different angle, maybe even the other direction. Usually there's some new teaching practice that catches my eye, and I want to understand how it might foster student learning. I think what gets me excited about teaching as research is figuring out what's going on in my students' heads. How is what I'm doing as the teacher affecting their learning?
Yeah, that's pretty different, Derek, but I think we arrive at the same endpoint, which is really to improve student learning. So as we move through the rest of this course, take time to reflect on how you can use what we cover in the course to inform your own teaching as research project, and figure out what motivates you. The challenge of getting students to learn a difficult concept and how best to do that? Or is it more figuring out how to best to apply a particular strategy in order to figure out better how your students are learning?
Next week, we'll explore the idea of learning through diversity, which should give you another way to think about how your students are learning.